Good morning. Good morning, Anne.
Good morning ค่ะ
We're out and about in the car, which is usually how most of our videos start, I think. But we're out and about today. Anne's got just running a couple of errands. She's getting her some clippers for her hair cutting. She's going to get them sharpened at a place. Update on Anne's hair cutting. She gets unleashed onto the general public tomorrow. She's cutting other people's hair other than me. So they set up at a market the whole school and give free haircuts. So for people who can't afford it, that sort of thing. Which at the moment with shutdowns and things is probably a chunk of the population. But yeah, so if you've got no money or you've got 7 kids and they all need a haircut or something, you can traipse up to the market and all the trainee hairdressers. Sorry, there's the Google Maps lady. All the trainee hairdressers will help you, give you a free haircut. And on the shutdown situation, we're pretty much back to normal. Bars are open, everything's open again. So it's all, there's still some general, I think there's a general wear a mask thing, don't hang around in groups. All of that type of thing is still in place, but in general, most things are open. This lady, Anne's got the Google Maps thing running, so that's that Thai lady you can hear chatting in the background. Right, what I wanted to actually talk about in this video is what I call the Thai social media wars, or Thai YouTube wars, whatever. A lot of people make YouTube, we basically do it as a hobby. I don't think we'll ever get to the point where we've got millions of subscribers and we're making money off it. And if you get 1,000 subscribers and this, that, the other, you can start making money, right? YouTube starts popping ads in your videos and you get paid for it, right? So if you get 20,000 people watching, and you can make a couple of dollars off it, right? And guys do. Couple of really big channels in Thailand, and they're great. They just rattle on about Thailand and take you on trips and out for dinner, and and little snapshot of their life. You're in their life, and it's there's 2 or 3 great channels doing that. How this YouTube war thing has started now, right? I have to clarify, there's always been working in Thailand, right? You basically can't work in Thailand unless you have a work visa, a work permit, all this stuff, You have to tick all these boxes to work in Thailand, right? And what constitutes work has always been left very, very vague, right? But it's left vague on purpose, right? Because as soon as they say, yes, washing your car is legal, 127 guys will open up car washes, right? Or if they say that, painting your front fence is not work, guys will open up ipaintfrontfences.com, So they leave it vague on purpose, right? So that way they can prosecute anyone from doing anything down the track. As soon as they say this isn't work, someone will abuse it, right? So has to be left completely vague. Now, with that in mind, right, making YouTube videos, whilst technically has been illegal, right? You're working illegally. You're in the borders of Thailand. You're doing something. You're making money. You're getting paid. You are working, right? That's because the money pops into an account in another country, etc., etc. There's no 2 ways about it. Via the Thai working laws, you're working. You can be seen as working, right? That's why they keep it vague. But in Thailand, if you keep a low profile, and you can do most things, right? If you don't flaunt it, you don't have a high profile, you don't sort of, keep your head in no one's going to care less if you're making YouTube videos and, you know, making a couple of dollars or whatever, right? What's come about as a recent phenomenon is a couple of high-profile YouTube channels have popped up, and they're flaunting it, right? They're flaunting the whole I live in Thailand, I'm working in Thailand, I don't need to abide by the rules, I'm living at large, look at all the money I'm making. You know, they're charging consultancy services to tell you how to live in Thailand like they are. And these guys are like 40 years old, so they're scamming a visa, right? They're scamming an education visa, a volunteer visa, whatever, right? And again, if you can do that, keep a low profile, nobody cares less, right? Education visa, you sign up to go to school and you don't go to school, or you might go once a year or something, you know. Immigration knows you're doing it, the police know you're doing it. It's just one of those things, you keep a low profile, you can get away with it for a couple of years, right? But again, these guys are on they're scamming some sort of visa, right? Education visa, volunteer visa, and they're off living at large, doing these massive, you know, they got a couple 100,000 people following them on YouTube. And these guys don't just keep a low profile. These guys actually make videos about how to live and work in Thailand, right? You know, they'll do a whole video. Whoa, what happened? We're in the tunnel. Hang on, it's only a short tunnel, so I'll pop out. Bear with me. Yeah, these guys do videos. They'll admit on their videos, I live and work in Thailand. I'm living the dream. I'm larger than life, you know. And I've seen them actually make videos how to live and work in Thailand without mentioning the two criteria: a visa that lets you work in Thailand and a work permit. Yeah, these guys will do a 20-minute video how to live and work in Thailand without mentioning a visa or a work permit. Yeah, which you would think would be nigh on impossible to do, but they do. So yeah, here's these guys. You know they're scamming an education visa, right? And again, no one would care if you pull your head in. And then they're putting themselves up there as, I'm a Thailand expert, you know, send me money and I will, yeah, a couple of them put themselves up. Send me money, I'll tell you how to do what I'm doing, which is illegal. You know what I mean? It's like, so what's happened now, it's sort of divided all people who make YouTubers, and there's a whole lot more of them because of shutdowns and lockdowns and stuff. Yeah, a whole lot of more people are trying to kick off channels. But it's divided community. It's got a couple of old, longer-term YouTubers offside. Because there are a couple of them, they've done the right thing. They've gone and got a work permit. They've set up a company. They do a bit of consultancy, you know, how to get a visa and how to move to Thailand and all of this. But they do it properly. They have a Thai work permit, they have a Thai working visa. Thank you. Yeah, so it's got a couple of them offside. And I suppose it does get most of us offside because, yeah, these people are out there just flaunting it. You know, it's like if you, say you're underage and you sneak in the back door of the local bar and they let you sneak in the back door and drink beer at the back of the local bar, right? Fine. You don't go entering the drinking competition later that afternoon, do you? You don't flaunt it. You sit in the back corner and you drink beer. You know, you don't... it's very odd. So there's two camps, right? There's the guys that are a bit pissed off with it all and, you know, it is just going to ruin it down the track for everyone. There will be a crackdown at some point because these guys are just pushing the envelope, you know. They are working in Thailand. They're living at large and having a really high profile doing it. They've even got enough gall to charge money to tell you how to live in Thailand. And they're selling t-shirts and they're doing, you know, the whole thing. There's nothing, there's no way you can look at this and say, I'm not working in Thailand. Yeah. So there's two camps. The other camp is the ones who support it all. They're doing channels and they're trying to make money and they're trying to kick it off. And they'll go down this, oh, no, you can work in time. Making YouTube videos is not work. No one's ever been caught for it. That's a bit like saying my aftershave is tiger repellent, right? Whole time I've been wearing this aftershave, I've never been attacked by a tiger. So, logically, this is tiger repellent, yeah? That makes about as much sense, yeah? They just go down this track of no one's being busted for it. People do it, so it must be okay. There's nothing in the Thai laws that say you can't, those sort of arguments. And as I said before, there is nothing in the Thai laws. The Thai laws are completely vague on purpose. So that one day when they want to shut down YouTubers for making money and flaunting it and not paying tax and all the other ramifications, they can just say, no, you're working, Anyway, it's a bit of a major issue at the moment, and of course, one half of the camp's making YouTube videos about how all these guys are doing the wrong thing and breaking the law and and they shouldn't be doing it and whatever. The other half of the camp are making videos in support of, oh yeah, no, this guy's doing a great job, this guy's doing all this content. I must admit, I go on the side of the camp, as I said before, technically it's illegal, right? There's no way you can argue it's not, right? Because anything in Thailand, earning money, doing such and such, can be clarified as work because the laws are vague, right? You even need a work permit to do volunteer work, right? If you get a volunteer visa, you can volunteer to help save the endangered Thai fruit bat or something, or work in a orphanage or something along those lines, right? And even to do that, you need a work permit, right? So it doesn't even involve getting paid, the definition of work. So, and just checking the map. So you can see where the whole thing's at, and it's getting interesting, but I think it's going to come to a head because there's a couple of guys going hard to sort of bring down the main offenders, this one that does these massive, he's got a massive channel, right? And some of his content is fantastic. He runs around doing car videos and, hot rod cars and car meets and all that. That side of his content is fantastic. But the other side of his content is this, I'm a Thai expert and I can tell you how to live in Thailand and you can live the dream like me and well, everyone knows he's not living the dream, he's scamming a visa, scamming an education visa, working illegally, and then no one would care less if he's doing that, but the fact that he starts flaunting it and trying to make money off it makes it ultimately worse in everyone's opinion, So I think it's actually coming to a head. Because they're getting people are getting clips of his videos now and sending them off to the bloody police and all this sort of stuff's going on. And he'll say in black and white, or some, not only him, a couple of others do it too. Anyway, I've told you what they do, I'm living the dream in Thailand, I can tell you how, all that sort of thing, send me money, I think it's coming to a head because, as I said, one side of the camp is taking action. They're trying to get this guy brought down or challenging him, stop doing this stuff unless you can produce a work permit, valid sort of request. And I saw today, one of the bigger channels that's been around for years, just does his normal, him and his wife, their travels, their food, their holidays, whatever. He's shutting down his channel, right? And I can't help but think, he's got a channel and he's a foreigner, right? And he's got a Thai wife and she has a channel, right? His channel's 50,000 subscribers. Her channel's 5,000 or something. You know, it's way smaller. But what he's doing is shutting down his channel and moving everything over to her channel, right? Which I can't help but think it's in response to this, there's going to be a crackdown, yeah? See, if it's Thai, with a Thai YouTube channel, earning money in Thailand, no dramas about work permits, is there? Yeah. So he's moving all of his content and everything over to her channel. I can sort of get the gist of what it may be about, yeah? I may be completely wrong. That might not be what he's doing.
Okay, you wait me here. No?
I'll wait you here. I'll talk to the camera. Oh, okay. Yeah, Anne's just running in getting the clippers fixed up. Yeah, so there's a bit of a rant for you. That's got it off my chest. But yeah, I'm not sure what's going to come about with it. It is an issue that's all pervasive in Thailand at the moment. Well, I suppose if you watch local Thailand YouTube channels and have an interest in it and that sort of thing, otherwise nobody knows much about it. Yeah, I will be interested to see what comes out of it because, yeah, this guy, the main offender, he is essentially going to ruin it for everyone, yeah? He's living it too large, he's making too much of a high profile thing out of it. He just needs to pull his head in and no one will care less. The Thai authorities won't get offside. The other YouTubers won't get offside. You know, nobody will care less what he's doing. Yeah, but anyway, I probably should stop ranting. I'm not sure there's much else to talk about at the moment. As I said, we're out and about today. Anne's over there she's across the road getting her clippers. She's got her clippers for doing the clippers. Getting one set of them sharpened up. Everything's on charge today. Because as I said, tomorrow she gets unleashed onto the unsuspecting public. So I'll try and make a video of that. She'll probably do literally 10, 20 haircuts, you know. She stands at the markets, gets set up at the markets, free haircuts for anyone, which I think is a good idea. Yeah, hi guys, we're finished. We got Anne's clippers sharpened. We're just up at the mall getting some lunch in a Japanese type. Japanese restaurants are very popular in Thailand. In most malls, shopping malls and things, you'll find a Japanese restaurant, or one or two actually. So yeah, I suppose in Australia or somewhere we have Thai restaurant in the mall. Here they have a Japanese restaurant in the mall. All very interesting. But yeah, we'll just get some lunch, see what happens, head back home. So nothing much happening. We might say goodbye here. That was my little rant video about the YouTube wars. Say goodbye, Anne. Bye-bye, guys. Okay. We'll see you next video. Thanks, guys.